Hey, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Divorced Woman's Guide podcast. How are you guys doing today? Can you believe that it is the end of 2022 and what a year it has been? Today's episode is reflective for me because this has been quite a year. And I think that the theme of today's episode is really going to be around how it is that we get to start out the new year remembering the importance of self-care and how it is that we take care of ourselves during difficult times. And I feel like this is going to really set us up for success. And I'm going to share with you guys vulnerably today on this episode what is coming up for me, where I'm at, how it is that I'm going to be taking care of myself during what is a very hard time of year for me, and not because what it is that you guys think, and how it is that I am choosing to take care of myself during this time. So many of you guys are aware and know that my mom passed away in January 5th of this year from her 4.5-year battle with ovarian cancer. And my mom's cancer battle aligns with my divorce because my mom was diagnosed with ovarian cancer hours after I looked at my husband in our couples therapist office and told him that I was no longer willing to wait for him to choose me, that I chose myself and I wanted a divorce. And so my mom and I both battled our own inner battle for 4.5 years alongside one another. And this time of year is especially hard for me because this is when my mom took a very quick turn for the worse. And it was during this particular week that my dad and I had to make a very difficult decision. And with my mom and her best interest in mind, and also knowing what it was that she wanted, my dad and I had to agree to allow hospice to come and care for my mom. And we all know what that means. And so right now, during this particular time of year is especially hard for me because it's still within my first year. And as I always say, when we're going through grief, whether it's divorce or the passing of a loved one, the first year is the hardest because you are navigating your land of firsts, first anniversaries, first birthdays, first Mother's Days, first days of school, first Thanksgivings, Halloweens, all of that. And as I have been leaning into what I know this season is bringing, I am noticing the way I can describe it is almost like the wind is coming out of my sails a little bit because the reality of what's happening is coming up. I'm also headed up north to see my dad next week, or rather this week when this episode comes out. I will already be in San Francisco. And as a lot of you guys also know, I am Jewish. And in Judaism, you do an unveiling to reveal the tombstone, and that is also happening. And so I have a lot of emotions that are creeping up. And, I think that it's really hard for a lot of us to allow ourselves to feel into what it is that's going on. I think that we also know that this time of year, especially, we're just trying to make the holidays as special as possible. For our children, obviously it's important for them. And I also don't want them to have this cloud hanging over them, even though I know that they know. And it's not that I'm not being authentic in my emotions and my feelings when I'm around them about this time of year, but what is most prevalent to me right now is just, how is it that I get to take care of myself? How is it that I get to make sure that I'm allowing myself to feel what's coming up? And whether that's me needing to journal, whether that's me needing to go into another room and start crying, whether it's flipping through old pictures. I have voicemails saved on my phone with my mom's voice on it that she had left for me a year ago. And I'm just kind of tearing up even just thinking about that. Whatever it is that we need to do, we get to let ourselves lean into what it is that's happening. And the word that I use to describe what that's all about is the word surrender, trusting yourself and surrendering. And that's a big part of what self-care is intended to teach you and what it is that I want you guys to carry into next year. How is it that we can take care of ourselves during these difficult times, during hard days that we have? It's really about allowing ourselves and giving ourselves whatever it is that we need in that moment. What we don't need in that moment is judgment or guilt or worry or fear. What it is that we need is a way to allow the thoughts, to allow the emotions to just flow through us so that it heals us. It enables us to recover more quickly when we lean into that. And self-care during difficult times, it looks different every single day. And for me, part of it is I moved some clients around this week because you know what? I just want to be with my kids. I am taking off, almost, probably about a week and a half. I normally take a week. I'm taking an extra half week off because I already feel what's coming. I feel the wave and I'm taking steps to it's not that I'm anticipating and setting myself up. I already feel it. So I'm making the shifts because I know what it is that I need. And what I need is more time to be present with my kids. I need to not feel the pressure of being around other people and building in ways that I can remove myself or create activities for others that I don't necessarily have to be a part of, or, I love and find solace in walking my dog. So knowing that I can always, grab his leash and take him out if I need to cry. I've done that before, crying on a walk when I've taken him out. Or, oh, I have to run to the store for some last minute stuff and I'll run to the grocery store. Perhaps there's a last minute gift that I had to get, or, I know we're going on vacation and, I need to grab a couple of things. Like sometimes that is just the time that you need. That's the self-care that we get to gift ourselves during what is a difficult time. So I would love to know what landed for you in today's episode. What is it that you took away? What is it that you are going to gift yourself in terms of self-care the next time that you find yourself dealing with a difficult moment or a difficult transition? I love to hear from you guys. Either come on into my Facebook group, The Divorce Rehab, it's free, or go to my website, wendysterling.net, get on my email list because I'm connecting with you guys every single day because this is a journey that requires daily support. And that is what I get to give each and every one of you guys every single day. And you can promise that I am being authentic every step of the way. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this week's episode. As you know, I strive to create an experience for you that gives you some nuggets of information that is going to support you and help you wherever it is that you guys are in your journey and in your process. After all, I am your guide, your divorced woman's guide, right? So hope you guys have a beautiful rest of your day. Sending you all so much love, light, and joy, the happiest of New Year's. And I will talk to you guys in the next episode. Mwah. Bye, everybody.